So welcome back to the Wider channel. Glad to have you here with me on this pretty warm Saturday. It's 78 degrees. We are expecting storms today. However, they're supposed to hold off till the afternoon. I do have rain gear ready if it's needed. We're passing over a spot called the Holloway Reservoir. Little town called Columbiaville. I'm on my way to meet up with some Spyder folks, a little group that I'm part of here in Michigan. We're all going to go for a little ride today, have lunch, a little meeting, little group event. So I figure I'm a little ahead of schedule here. I would swing through on my way down to the meeting. It's a big, beautiful house. My mom looked at that house when I was younger. We lived in this little town when I was in, I believe, second grade. We lived with my Aunt Sandy, my cousin Morgan, and my cousin Lori in a house right on the Holloway Reservoir, right directly ahead of us here. There's an intersection that we lived on, and this house right over across, big white house directly ahead of us. So today we're riding with a group. Back in the days of riding the crotch rocket, even back as far as my first one, the CBR 600, Smokin' Joe, I would ride with other people regularly. When I had my Gold Wings, I rode with a couple of people here and there, my dad's friend, but never larger groups. It was always one or two other people. Same thing with my GSXR 1000. I don't even know. I don't believe that I rode with other people when I had that. Had it for such a short period of time that, and I was at a point in the time frame of my life that not a whole lot of my friends had motorcycles. So it's been a long time since I've been on a group ride. It will be the first time that I've ridden with other Spyders. I did have that brief encounter the other day with a Riker rider. That was kind of neat. But it wasn't like we were riding together. So it's something I've been craving, and I equated it to my wife. We had a conversation about it last night. She is a Jeeper. She loves her Jeep. She does Jeep things with Jeep people. She belongs to a couple different groups that they go and do trail rides, and they actually canceled one of their rides for today because of the possibility of rain. I bought rain gear just specifically for this. Looking at the forecast ahead of time, saw that there was the very distinct possibility of rain this weekend, and put in an order on Amazon for just some basic rain gear. Last Monday was supposed to be an amazing day with no rain or no issues. It was supposed to be extremely hot, so I decided to take the Spyder to work. And on my way home, ran into a storm. The rain was raining sideways. The wind was pushing the raindrops right across my helmet sideways. I got absolutely soaked on that trip. Just riding home from work, got completely soaked. So that was the other, I need to have rain gear for the just in case. Kind of funny looking back on it. I was sitting in my office and it was getting later in the day, around 3 o'clock. And that's about the time I could go home. Lately I've been staying till 5 or so, just working on some of the big programs I'm working on. But I'm sitting at my desk and I hear thunder just boom. I said, time to go. Went outside and I looked at the sky to see where the rain was. And it looked like it was pretty well off to the west still. And looked like I had time to beat it. So I threw on all my gear. Oh, this is interesting. Tree down in the road. It's a good one. And as I got about 15 minutes into the ride, which is a little more than halfway home, I see a wall of rain ahead of me. And all the cars coming out of it soaking wet, windshield wipers still on. And then it hit me, and it was, like I said, rain was sideways across my helmet. It was literally blowing in straight lines. The raindrops would hit and blow straight to the right off my helmet. By the time I got home, about 10 minutes after that, I was sopping wet. Shoes, socks, pants, underwear, everything was soaked. So there's the other reason that I needed to get that rain gear, is it was time. It's time for me to have some, and I found a good set. I will link it in the description. That was delivered the next day, which was quite awesome. It was delivered yesterday. I bought this Thursday and did the search on Amazon and found the fastest delivery options. These were in there and they were rated very high. And one thing that I see a lot of comments on rain gear is that the seams in the crotch area lets water in on most rain gear. Most inexpensive rain gear. I can say that I haven't heard that on the expensive stuff. But I'm not somebody that spends the money on the expensive stuff. I like to find good things that don't cost a lot. So I'm not the cheapest guy out there. I'm not known for buying the cheapest thing on the market. There were some rain type things that were $15 and some that were $30. I spent $60 on this, which is not going to break the bank, but it's not super cheap to where I think it's not going to hold up. Reviews on it were great. Some of the ones that I looked at, the reviews were saying that they might as well not have worn rain gear because they were soaked underneath it anyway. This had good reviews, so I went for it. So let's hope we don't have the chance to use it today, but the likelihood of that happening is quite high. So the other thing today I'm trying out is the Insta360 X3 camera that I bought. Instead of using these GoPros, the GoPros that I always use, I'm giving it a shot with the Insta360. A little different perspective from the Spyder, and we'll see how that works out. But that's what we got going on for now. I will shut the camera off, and I'll be back with you when we get to doing some group riding. Alright folks, back with you again. Got to meet some new Spyder folks. Got to have coffee and donuts with a few of the members of the club here. Always nice to meet new people, and especially like-minded people that enjoy the same things you enjoy. So super neat. I've got 4 Spyders in front of me and a Spyder and a Riker behind me. And let me tell you, I really, really like the F3s. The 3 of the machines on this ride right here are F3s. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my Spyder. I love the RT and all of the creature comforts that I have with it. But the F3 looks like it would be a whole lot more comfortable for me being 6 feet tall. Having the floorboards up farther and all the adjustments that you can do, I really, really like the F3. So I'll shut up for a minute and we'll just enjoy the ride. And I'll be back with you for the next cool thing that comes up. So as we get closer to our destination here, if I turn the mic back on, talk about this a little more. Pretty cool to be part of the little ride of Spyders we got going here. I would have to say that this is one of the cooler things that I've done with my Spyder since I got it. I think I said this before, I'll say it again. The hanging out with people that like to do the things you like to do is a pretty cool thing. Spider Wayne, I just found your deer. Made it all the way to Michigan. So we are heading toward the town of Kingston to a little restaurant called Biagio's. It's a little pizza joint I've never been to before, but one of the folks in the group here suggested it for this month's get-together. This group is people all over the state of Michigan, which Michigan is a pretty large state, especially when you factor in the Upper Peninsula. This month it's a little closer to home. It's still about an hour and a half away from home, but the opportunity to ride with other folks is quite cool. See other spiders, and like I've mentioned in previous videos, we don't have a whole lot of spiders in our area, so the opportunity to hang out with other spider folks is pretty cool. This is a neat little group. It's people from all walks of life, people all over the map. Had lots of good stories to listen to while we were having coffee and donuts this morning. And there's a couple, the two in front of me, we have the same last name. Interesting to see other people that have the same last name as you. If you had a really common last name, I suppose that wouldn't be so uncommon, but I've only met a handful of people in my lifetime that share my last name. Most of them are my kids. Had an amazing lunch. That was super cool to meet a whole bunch of new people that love the same spider that I love. Well, they love their own. Super neat to meet a whole bunch of like-minded individuals that enjoy spidering. Now I'm on my way home. But a little detour up and around the thumb a little bit. Michigan has that wonderful shape like a hand, like a mitten. And this area that we're heading up through is the thumb. So the gentleman that I'm riding with, he's actually a firefighter also, which is pretty neat to have that in common as well. It's not just two people that like spiders, it's spider lovers that are also firefighters. There are some weather systems that are rolling through Michigan to the north of us, which we are heading north right now. And I guess up toward the tip of the thumb where we may be heading, we may get wet, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. It's a beautiful day. Spyder says it's 89 degrees, and I believe it. I'm in a t-shirt and I'm sweating. Just a great day for a ride. I think every day is a great day for a ride when it's not 34 degrees. I think when it was 34 degrees, it was still a great day for a ride. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. This has been a great day. Met new people. Got some good riding in. Nice country roads and riding with a group, which I haven't done in years. That was really, really nice. Everybody in the group had a good sense about them riding, so it wasn't like back in the day with the crotch rockets where they were, people in the group would ride wheelies past the group, which was always super sketchy. One other thing to talk about, there was a ride event in Monroe, Michigan, the Can-Am ride event today, that had this not been happening, I may have gone down to that to check out the ride event. So keep your eyes peeled if that's something you're interested in doing, because they announce them pretty regularly on Facebook. Find your local dealers and follow them on Facebook, because they will announce their Can-Am ride events, like the one in Monroe today. So that's all I'm going to have for today's episode. Hope you all enjoyed going on a group ride with me for my first time on the Spyder. And I hope you all enjoy yourselves until I get to talk to you again. Always remember likes and subscribes, and I think we're running a promotion right now on free subscriptions. I'm just kidding, it's always free. Subscribe all you want, whenever you want. Doesn't cost you anything. Lets YouTube know that I'm doing good content for you. Also lets you know when I post new stuff. So hit that subscribe button. Also, if you think I'm doing a good job, you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And hopefully I will see you in the next one.